Hello and welcome to the STEM ACT Prep video series. In this video we're going to be going over the science section and giving you the tips and tricks you need to succeed. Now, for many people, the science section is their most difficult section just due to the sheer amount of information thrown at you in a very short period of time. One way that can help you understand this immense amount of information that's thrown at you is to think of it less as a science section that you're trying to understand and more of an analytic section where your goal is not to understand the data but to analyze it and then merely answer the questions based on the data rather than trying to understand everything that's going into the data. Now you may be wondering, is there any actual science on the science section? Sort of. Generally, there will be between 0 and 2 actual science problems on the science section. However, they could be from any topic of science, and so those 2 questions, or usually 1 question, is often not worth studying for because it's often 1 question that could be from any area of science. Whereas what you really need to focus on is the majority of the rest of the science section, which is all based on your ability to analyze graphs, charts, figures, etc. To make it easier to understand much of what's going on, instead of trying to understand all of it, focus on the individual questions. So say, look at question 1. If question 1 is asking about a specific thing presented within the graphs, scan over the information you're given by looking for keywords that match up. So say you have a whole list of scientific information related to all sorts of diseases of every kind, and question 1 asks you about something related to bacteria. Doesn't matter what, could be anything. Just look over the information for anything related to bacteria and try to match up to see if you can find the information just by matching up the keywords of the question. Now, to sum it all up, don't let the science section intimidate you. It may look very intimidating with all that mumbo jumbo everywhere and sciencey words and reading and data, but don't let that scare you. It's perfectly simple if you just pretty much just ignore all that. Just sort of remember to just focus on the questions at hand. The goal is not to understand the information they give you. The goal is to use the information they give you to answer the questions properly. Remember to analyze, don't try to understand it all. It won't be pleasant. And just don't stress out about it.